Regenerative Farming Network episode 3. This is 10 days after, and just look at the home page of my YouTube channel. And 10 days ago I made a video so you guys can see what 10 days of growth looks like. Today's the 17th of April, I believe, 2023. So you can see it's pretty well canopied the field, and we're getting ready to come into plant. I've got a good root pit that I dug here just to show. See, this is a really decent picture of just the root rhizosphere and how deep it goes, and what kind of this has been dug for a minute with a windy day today, but we are definitely in a bit of a drought here in southeast Nebraska. But throughout all of this area of the soil, what you have is you have microbial activity alive and working. You have humates transitioning from some of the legumes in here, some of the vetch, and mainly the rye and the clover is what you see, but there is some vetch and some legume in there. And so this is really the soil health and carbon sequestration aspect of regenerative farming, is that we're keeping a living root in the soil basically 365 days a year. And the plant can go dormant above ground, but the root will keep living. And these were drilled right before it froze last fall. This cover crop was in the middle of October, as I said in the other video. And look, it survived over the winter and it grew. And these roots are 8-10 inches deep. As you look around and look for root profiles and rhizospheres, and you can see, we've got some really good, just tear one off here and look, you've got some really good rhizomes in there. Boy, we sure could use some rain. Go ahead and give me a comment and see if you've got any good rain dances. Any good rain legends to make it rain. But this cover crop will do a good job of holding the moisture down on these windy days. But it's getting to be about time to come in with our commercial fertilizer broadcast application of liquid nitrogen, and that will mulch this cover crop so we can no-till plant directly into it. We're digging into our regeneratively farmed field here, soybeans last year, and we're going to plant corn to it in 2023. We're digging a root pit to see what this cover crop has done for our soil health and to help regenerate topsoil, and look at how dry it is and see if it's helped us hold any moisture in the soil. You can see it doesn't take much. It's pretty mellow. Here, I've got a penetrometer right over here to show you guys. And this is just a soil compaction tool. A lot of you guys have seen it before. Just a penetrometer, standard. I think it's a 30-inch on there. And what that does is it measures PSI and pressure as you take and set it on the ground and push in. As I'm just very lightly pushing, about 4, 5, 6 inches deep, and you see it goes up and down, and you can tell. Now let's come look over here. You can check it down in the root pit, which is really interesting to do. Look at how mellow that is down there. You've got just, geez, it just keeps going. We've got years and years of regenerative farming on this. Pulled a rootworm up on it. Or not a rootworm, a worm. But we can see what the penetrometer does. It gets through that hard pan and it just goes. A little hard pan from 30 years of tillage. And anything in the green is good. Pressure, it's just a machine that measures pressure that it takes. And what we found is that's nice and soft. Look at that. And now there's a little pan from the years that we used to do tillage. It gets close. And then it falls in. Look at that. I mean, all the way down. It's still moving. Now there is definitely a hard pan in there. It's from the years of used to do tillage. With our cover crop in the off season, planted last November of 2022. Look at this root rhizosphere. We basically, to me, the tenets of regenerative farming is to keep a living root in your soil 365 days a year, or i.e. have no bare soil. As you can see, this cover crop is almost canopied, and we've got a really good root rhizosphere that you can see down in here. This is let's take a look down the rows here. I made a video about this 10 days ago. Just scroll down on the home page if you want to look at it, but from 10 days ago. So this is 10 days of progress. And there's still no rain. You can tell, no rain whatsoever. You can look at the good granulation of the soil, and that's really nice. I mean, right in here you've got all your living cumates made up of trichoderms and pseudomonias that you're going to be able to plant your seed right into this, and it's going to have live living biology. And a humate is basically just a soil molecule, if you want to look at it that way. And it has to be on. It has to be on. The soil molecule has to be has to have a living root before it gets clicked on. And so now that we've given it a living root in the spring, it's going to be time to plant. But I don't know, it's cold everywhere. It's snowing up in Wisconsin, Minnesota. I mean, I don't know. It's a dang good question. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we plant or should we all wait? Maybe we can drive the market up if every farmer gets together and just parks our planters for 2 weeks. What do you think about that? Alright, I get a good shot of this field here. Well, we can go check out another spot. Let me give the folks a good shot of it. Like I said, 10 days ago to today. looks pretty good here. All right, grow the farm out.